Said I've been up and I've been down.
I've always lived a life fantastic.
Said I've been played and I've played around.
I always landed on my feet.
There have been bumps along the way,
but I had to take my chances.
And other times when I showed grace,
but you were standing there to grace me.
With open arms you would catch me.
And now I fall.
And with the same arms you would love me. Yeah.
Whenever I call,
always there to forgive me.
If ever I fall,
standing at the ready to receive me. Sometimes the stakes seem so high,
we're going deeper,
and the load felt much lower.
You were afraid, it ain't no secret.
No grace from any man.
Why don't you quit while you can still quit?
And then you say, come take my hand.
That wasn't me, it was something holy.
With open arms you would catch me.
And then I fall.
And with the same arms you would love me. Forgive me.
If ever I fall,
standing at the ready to receive me.
Whenever
wanna say it again. With open arms you would catch me.
If ever I fall,
and with the same arms you would love me. Yeah.
Whenever I call,
always there to forgive me.
If ever I fall,
standing at the ready to receive me.
What I was made of. Disappointment or disapproval from the heavens. Only thing I'm afraid of. I'm the nuisance child. Grew up in the lowest tax bracket percentile with loud. So of course I'm bitter. Got recourse for them hecklers who try to modify me. But if you can't control these streets, how can you get me?
With open arms you would catch me. And with the same arms you would love me. Yeah.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.
Somebody shout hallelujah. Somebody shout hallelujah. You know, one thing that has kept me in my trying time is that God told me that my wilderness was not permanent. Tell your neighbor, say your wilderness is not permanent. It's only a temporary situation. Just touch about 3 people and tell them what you're going through. It's only a test. It's only a test. It's only a test.
All righty. Thank y'all so very much for joining me for the Mad Church Disease podcast on today. It is only a test. Oh, man. Let me see. All right. Thank y'all so very much for joining me. I got this command center going on over here. What up, everybody? Thank y'all so very much for joining me. Shout out to D Nurse, who went ahead and put her support for the Mad Church Disease channel on already. What up, Saints and Ninjas? Okay, Daryl. Shout out to Daryl, who's a member. Let me go ahead and get some shout outs here. Shout out to T Davis. Shout out to Mari, Beauty for Ashes, Moni No Love, Creed B. Let me see, Tanika Shanette down there. Neek is here. And of course, Daryl, who happens to be a member. If you guys can do me the awesome favor of sharing this broadcast, make sure you share it on your social media. We're going to do a little bit of talking today, and then I'm going to get you guys prepared for what we're going to be doing behind our membership in just a couple of hours here. First and foremost, shout out to all of you that are here. If this is the first time that you are joining the Mad Church Disease program, let me just simply let you know a little bit. I am a individual who believes that Jesus plus nothing equals everything, and I like sharing that with others. Let me put this on here. Let's move that over just a tad. We should be good now. All right. And I do believe in sharing that with others. This particular broadcast is a broadcast not about we're not a church show, but we are a show about church topics. We take on trending topics. We take on all sorts of topics, and we discuss those topics throughout the course of the week. And so we meet here normally twice during the day. I come back later at about 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is about 9:30 Pacific Standard Time on the East Coast. And I'm probably going to start trying to at least make it about 9 o'clock. And we discuss those trending topics and those other things. I'm going to be changing actually the format of the program. I'm actually going to be talking about our trending topics at 2:30. And then I'm going to be getting into our deeper dive to conversations in the evening. So we're going to be dealing with that. Hey, Nicole, good to see you here as well. Good to see Shonda. Good to see Melanie as well. Somebody said no volume. Y'all can't hear me. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, can you hear me? Because it's working over here on my end. Somebody says sound is great. Okay, thank you, because it was working on my side. I did have the volume down, though. And that might have been what was causing the echo when the other stuff was playing. But thank y'all so very much. I really appreciate y'all being here. Now, on today's broadcast, the purpose of today's broadcast, we have been following the TD Jakes and Duane Youngblood saga over the last several weeks and maybe about a month or so. And maybe the couple of months that we've been dealing with this. And I wanted to sort of revisit this because this filing, I believe that TD Jakes is going to need to do is probably going to be one of the most important filings that he does. I believe that we have the ability here over at the Mad Church Disease channel to share information and to share things that I think is crucial for him to understand and to be able to sort of connect a couple of dots. You guys remember in the last filing that was done with Duane's with attorney Tyrone Blackburn and Duane Youngblood, you guys know that they were pretty much asking for the judge to dismiss this. And I think after that filing, you guys saw a whole bunch of videos start popping up on social media talking about, oh, there is another accuser. There is another accuser. And I came out and I tried to explain to you guys that this guy is making a claim, but he has not legally filed anything. He most certainly is just trying to bolster the claim of his brother. And he is doing that through his affidavit. And so in this particular video, what I want us to do is I want us to remain focused on what exactly is the focus of this case, or what has been the focus of the case. Because I think what has really become quite murky throughout this entire situation is the fact that somebody made a $6 million request to TD Jakes, and that needs to be understood, and we all need to, hold on to that understanding, okay? And I do believe that we have a way of giving them some information. We believe we can share information with the general public, and we can, of course, assist people with understanding exactly what's going on with that. Okay, let me do this. So what we're going to do, the community and I met a couple of days ago, the Mad Church Disease community, and behind the scenes, I kind of asked them, how did they think I should, give out this information or disseminate this information? So what we decided to do is we decided to put this behind our community, or inside of our private community. Now, I want to do this so that way we can meet our goal, of course, and do the stuff that we need to do, because, of course, Melanie and all the rest of you guys, I don't want to be sitting out here providing information and doing all of this work for free, but this information is readily available and you can hear it. For those of us who've been following this, we all know it, but I want to do it in a more systematic way. Hey, Fitness Forever, I got to figure, and so I'm going to definitely be doing that. So with that being said, let me tell you this. I want to let you know we're going to put it at our highest tier of membership. And I'm going to be giving away some lower tiered memberships. If we're able to, meet our goal and do it quickly, before the show is over, I'll give you guys, some of those of you, a membership to the lower tier. And if you want to upgrade to the higher tier, you can do that. But everything is still the same. We're going to make sure that we put this information out there, but we're going to put it behind the closed doors, because the community said, we realized that we got a bunch of looky-loos and people who don't really support the platform, but they wanted to make sure that we were able to get the information out, because this is the information that TD Jakes' team is going to need. So if you want to support the program today, you can most certainly do that by grabbing your membership. You can grab your membership. If you are not going to grab a membership, or you still want to support and possibly get gifted a membership, you can more or less support the channel by doing that. And the way that you can do that is, of course, through our normal means of doing so. We normally support our show through Cash App and our membership. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you most certainly can. Now, I can't tell you who's done what. Oh, yes, I can, because my phone is over here. Now, before I get to that too, I have still, for those of you in the private community, I've still been trying to eat these lemon heads. I opened this box. I opened this box. Can y'all see these lemon heads? It done took out all the color. I've been trying to eat these lemon heads for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And I keep taking out like 4 or 5 lemon heads at a time, right? But I didn't remember lemon heads being this sour, but these things are sour as crap. But I've been trying to eat these lemon heads. But you guys do whatever you Mark say, give it up. Because I told the private community I've been trying to eat these lemon heads, but I don't remember lemon heads being this darn lemony. They are sour to the core. They really truly are. But let's discuss a couple of things. Hey, T-Bird, good to see you here with us on today. I want to talk about a couple of things, and let's get into it today. And I think we have a couple of things that we most certainly need to talk about. Now, when we deal with this Duane Youngblood situation, when I was thinking about this, and yes, lemon heads do have too much sugar. I will agree with that. I only eaten 4 or 5 of them little things at a time, so it's not like it's, I ain't doing that bad. Fitness, as a matter of fact, you just gave me an idea. I think I'm gonna go downstairs, and when I get done with this live, and have me some cucumbers for snack, because I normally have my cucumbers and some ginger I drizzle on there, and I'm kind of hungry. I kind of want a snack, but I'm gonna do that in a minute. But anyway, you guys know we've been dealing with this Duane Youngblood and going back and forth, and we've heard a lot of stuff on the internet. But over the last couple of 24 hours, I kept thinking to myself, I kept saying to myself, Marcellus, what's the one common denominator in all of this? Like, because if you think about it, when we were doing Daryl and myself and some other content creators, when we were going back and forth and having these arguments and fighting and just going back and forth, there was one element to that whole thing. If you understand, there was one common denominator to all of that. And here's what I want you to understand. And here's what I want you to get in what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be going over in the next several videos, and how we're going to be approaching this subject in our private community. Number one, there has not been one set of accusations made against TD Jakes. There has been two sets of accusations against TD Jakes. And at the helm of these accusations, in my opinion, has been Dr. Dingleberry. Dr. Dingleberry has been at the helm of these statements. He has been at the helm of all of this stuff that has been supposedly said about Bishop T.D. Jakes. It begun with Manasseh Jordan. It begun with Manasseh Jordan. There was lots of things that were said about Manasseh Jordan and supposedly T.D. Jakes grooming him. There were pictures put out of an alleged text message that was supposed to be some sort of communication between T.D. Jakes and Manasseh Jordan, and it was supposed to be, made to be some kind of salacious situation. And so what I want you to understand here, that is the first set of accusations that we, and those of us who were listening, those of us who have been following this for quite some time, that is the first set of accusations that we heard. Now, the reason why I have Bernard Jordan up there, number one, he is the father of Manasseh Jordan. But when those sets of accusations were being made, he was all in the chat, down in the chat, saying he supports his son. And if his son says these things happen, and he's going to have his son's back in full support. And to me, and just for the sake of this, to me, it seemed very suspicious. And because normally you don't hear from Bernard Jordan. Bernard Jordan's it's kind of in the background. And so I just found it to be very interesting that he would literally get down into the chat and be saying all of these things like, he was going to support his son and he believed all those things, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so understand that is the first set of accusations. Now, what you will see on the other side is the second set of accusations. The first set of accusations was from Manasseh Jordan, but the second set of accusations was from Duane Youngblood, Tyrone Blackburn, which is the attorney, and Richard Youngblood, which is the picture down below. And then there were some other individuals who actually filed or supplied affidavits to the court to determine, or to support Duane Youngblood's statements. Now, what I need for you all to understand and to get a clear understanding of is that the people who filed their affidavits on behalf of Duane Youngblood simply repeated the story that Duane Youngblood had given or said supposedly was supposed to have happened to him. Now, what is the thing that is supposedly to happen to him? And I'm gonna review just this because we of course are looking forward to some documents this week coming, and we're gonna see how TD Jakes and his team is going to respond. But this response is going to be very crucial, and they're going to need to respond, in my opinion, in a certain way in order for them to solidify the claim about this in my opinion, conspiracy and this extortion attempt. Okay. And so those are the things that we're going to need to understand and we're going to need to be clear about. Okay. So here is your second set. You have a second set, but you also have a first set. Now, what we're going to do in our private community and inside of our membership is we're going to go over the first set, and then we're going to bring everybody down to the second set of accusations, okay? But there were so many things that Dr. Dingleberry was saying about Manasseh Jordan and T.D. Jakes throughout all of these videos. And you have to be able to go through these videos and to be able to understand what are the claims that were being made. Okay. And then you need to understand that the one common denominator between both sets of these claims were made on the platform of Dr. Dingleberry. That needs to be understood. Okay. These accusations, these alleged things that they're claiming that TD Jakes did or were made on this individual's platform. No one heard these things out in public. No one heard these things beforehand. These things were made on this individual's platform, and so we need to keep that in mind. Now, when TD Jakes and the lawsuit and all of the stuff was filed, then you had individuals trying to say, well, they've done their part, they've said what they needed to say, and then good luck, Duane Youngblood, I'm out. And that's kind of how they took it. But I don't believe that this person is I don't believe that this individual is innocent per se. I believe that this individual is the podcaster. He is the YouTube uploader who was saying all sorts of things about TD Jakes with the first set of alleged accusations. And then this individual then came later to say in a second set and support and allow someone to come up on the platform to make claims about TD Jakes without really any sort of pushback and demand from this individual any sort of proof, any sort of thing as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so that's the first set of that. So let's determine what exactly is TD Jakes trying to or what was TD Jakes suing for. I want to go back to some documents here, and I want us to understand and clearly understand what is at stake here. Now, this was when TD Jakes was filing for expedited discovery, and he was making a request for expedited discovery. But for the sake of this video, the reason why I'm bringing this video up, ladies and gentlemen, is I want us to understand and clearly understand, not just focus on the salaciousness of the story, but we want to focus in on what actually is TD Jakes claiming, what is TD Jakes needing to prove. We need to understand that and capsulize that so that we can understand this a little bit better. So there was Darrell Janey filed this and I believe on November 27th, says, I'm an attorney admitted to practice in the state of New York. Now, the reason why I'm reading through this is because I want you to understand something. He was submitting a declaration in support of the plaintiff's motion for expedited discovery. Let me say here. Let me see. Number 3, prior to instituting this proceeding on November the 22nd, the unsigned contacted the attorney Tyrone Blackburn that delivered a letter labeled as appearance. So what TD Jakes is alleging, and y'all need to understand this. Now let me be very clear. Scorpio, I don't know if you're a follower of my channel. No one has said he is innocent. Okay. Okay, throughout the course of his life, he might have done some things. That's not what we're debating. What we are debating is the facts of how they have been presented in this court case. And if we're talking about guilt or innocence based upon the information that has been presented in this court case, I am not holding the position that TD Jakes is guilty of anything that Duane Youngblood is alleging. Okay, so that's where I stand. You may be different. You may have a difference of opinion with that, but that's where I stand. You can't tell me because somebody tries to hug you or somebody hugs you, doesn't kiss you, and calls you the next day or says something to you does not make you guilty of anything. You have to prove the things that you say. Okay, you can't just go around saying stuff about people without having any proof. And thus far, we have gotten no proof from Duane Youngblood nor Richard Youngblood in either one of the statements that they have made, and I will be very emphatic about that. TD Jakes is alleging that he received a letter, a notice, from attorney Tyrone Blackburn, saying that the letter was delivered as, now pay attention to how the letter was delivered. Appearance letter, preservation notice. Normally, when you get a preservation notice, they're asking you to preserve some type of document, preserve proof, or preserve something that they think you need to preserve in order for the individuals to prove their case. Okay. An offer of settlement. So they did a threefold in this situation. They said he had a notice of appearance, he had a preservation notice, but they also said that there was an offer to settle. So they sent him this letter, and they requested for him throughout the process of this letter, gave him an opportunity to quote unquote settle. And so TD Jakes' team was like, wait a minute, what are we settling here? And I'm going to echo that. And I'm going to ask those of you that are in the audience, those of you that have been following this case, those of you that have read the documents, have gone over the documents with me as I have gone over those documents with you, what would TD Jakes have been settling for? Because according to Duane Youngblood, his affidavits, his brother's account, and everybody else's account, all he told them was a story of him going to Sister Giles, and Sister Giles hosting TD Jakes. And when they discussed their his childhood past and all of those things, when he realized it was getting late and he needed to get his mother's car back, he stood up. TD Jakes walked around from the table, hugged him, and he says allegedly tried to kiss him. Okay. And with this alleged kiss, he said that he just died on the inside. And then he went, and you guys remember, he said in the beginning, he said it was a bubble bath. TD Jakes called him. His mother brought him to the phone and said Bishop Jakes is on the phone, and he heard that Bishop Jakes was in the bathtub. But as time progressed, Blackburn and them, they changed the story. We ain't heard nothing about no bathtub and no water running. They just said that he called, it was a phone call, right? So they left out the salacious bathtub part of it. And then they said that TD Jakes made a request for him to be the only person that he was going to sleep with allegedly when he came to town, and he would take care of him for the rest of his life. Now, based on what we have seen and heard in this particular situation, ladies and gentlemen, this was allegedly the first time, or just maybe a second or third time, maybe. I'm speculating with that, but we know they just met. So this was a situation where TD Jakes had just met this person. So TD Jakes, just meets this person. Let me pause and stop for just a moment. I got 63 likes and 216 of you watching. Can I get to 125 likes, please? Let me stop. Let me pause. And while I'm pausing, I'm going to have to go ahead and pause because I can see the likes. I've got another thing on my screen here. For those of you that would like to support the show, it's Monday. You guys know we want to meet our goal for the week. Those of you who want to support the show, you can do that with a $12 support. If I can get at least 6 to 7 of you to do that today, that would be great. So that way we can move on. I need at least, I'm up to 70 likes. If I can get a few more of you to go ahead and hit the like button, I'm trying to get to at least 100, at least 105 likes, if y'all don't mind. I'm not going to call your name, but thank you for the person that just sent the $10 Cash App. I appreciate your support. Some of y'all tell me y'all don't want me to say y'all name, so I don't say the name. I wish there was a way for me to thank all of you personally through Cash App, but when I send you guys my hearts, I'm telling you thank you. So that's my way of saying thank you. We got 75 likes, y'all. Can we get 25 more likes, please, before I continue? Because I do have a couple of things that I'd like to point out. And it's 2:32. We're going to start in our private membership going over the statements that were made. And we're going to do that. Yes, please, yours truly. Pass the offering plate. Amen. Bless God. Yeah, well, we've been following this story. So you know I know. You know I know. I'm up to 80 likes. Can I get at least, what do I need? At least 10, 20 of y'all? Oh, y'all done went down. Okay. All right. I'm just waiting for y'all to hit the like button. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Daryl says he's driving. Okay, Scorpio Queen says, I was thinking in general. I don't know yet. I'm following. Okay, all right. I'm with you, Scorpio. We all following. I'm just trying to figure out based on the information. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what, Tasha? I try to do my homework. I really, really do. I know I don't be getting no credit, but I I do be trying to do my little homework. All right, I need, of course, I need you guys, those of you that are going to support the channel, to please do so. But especially for those of you that have been praying about it and been wanting to do it, please do so. All right, can I move on? Where we at? Oh, 85. So I went up 2 more. Thank y'all so much. All right, I guess we're going to get there at some point. We going to get there at some point. Y'all make me stop all the time, and y'all know I have to be running off in my mouth. All right, so here we go. Here we go. So we've already recapped. So we know what we're dealing with when it comes to this situation. Okay. So Mr. Youngblood, by telephone, they reached out to Mr. Youngblood by telephone. They left him a voicemail. They called him. He never returned the phone call. Okay. So here is an attorney that sends a letter to another person. Those individuals have attorneys. Those attorneys reach out to the attorney who sent the letter. The attorney who sent the letter doesn't respond, and they're supposed to do all of these things to get this man to understand what's happening here, right? And so there's a whole bunch of motions and a whole bunch of stuff that's filed, and they're going back and forth. Now, those of us who remember, y'all remember that attorney Blackburn in the beginning said he was not the attorney. He said that they needed to pound sand. They needed to go ahead and serve Duane Youngblood the best that he could. Duane Youngblood said that he could not afford any attorneys. He was working on it. He was working part-time. And then all of a sudden, Duane Youngblood came out with 3 attorneys. He came out with 3 attorneys. He had Blackburn, and he had the other 2 that were mentioned on the legal documents. Okay. Fitness Forever. I'm not sure. All you need to do is get you a membership. If you if you want to follow the stuff that I'm going to be going over with the Duane Youngblood, you just get our highest level of membership, and you'll be able to follow along with these videos. But normally my $4.99 videos get you all of access to all the videos. The only reason why I did the higher tier is because the community asked me to do the higher tier, and they said that hopefully to weed out some of the looky-loos and the folks that are just nosy and that don't really want to get the information and really understand the dynamics of it. Okay. So that's what my community asked me to do. And we just did that live the other day. So you can even go back and watch it. And so Mari and we all had a discussion in there. All right. So instead, he said, despite his voicemail clearly stating that the unsigned represents Bishop T.D. Jakes on November the 25th, Attorney Blackburn contacted his client's business, i.e. his church, directly to speak regarding his allegations. Now, I want you to understand the other part of this piece as well, because we're kind of understanding the picture of this, you guys. So Attorney Blackburn doesn't return the attorney's calls. According to T.D. Jakes' attorneys, Attorney Blackburn started calling the church and demanding to speak with T.D. Jakes through the church, okay, and speak with him at the church. So instead of him going through his legal counsel, he starts making these phone calls to the church. Now, in my opinion, that's just a workaround, a way of harassing Bishop T.D. Jakes without him having to deal with the dynamics of the situation that he's dealing with, okay? So that's the situation. So that's the situation. And through some of the other documents that we heard, we know that according to Attorney Blackburn, some of these people are saying now they're working for free. So I don't understand why in the world it was so hard for Duane Youngblood to get an attorney if his attorney had agreed to work for him pro bono. So we know, based upon the stuff that we've gone over here, that we think one of the reasons why, and this is speculation that we have, one of the reasons why Attorney Blackburn decided to put himself onto the case and go ahead and do it is because of that expedited discovery, because there were some things that made this look really, really shady between Dr. Dingleberry, Attorney Blackburn, and throughout the course of this, now they've made a couple of videos and said a couple of things. They played the role really well. Oh, this is my first time meeting you. I never knew you before. And he came up on the screen with Dr. Dingleberry. And y'all need to keep in mind, like I said, the one common denominator throughout all of this is Dr. Dingleberry. Dr. Dingleberry was there for the first set of claims. Dr. Dingleberry has been there for the second set of claims. And so he is the one thing that is consistent on both sides of this situation. Okay, so let's be clear about that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we need to be clear about that. So I don't want anybody to think, oh, that they just, this just randomly happened. So you need to understand, prior to the second set of claims, there was one set of claims made by oh my goodness, Manasseh Jordan. Now Manasseh Jordan has eerily fell silent all of a sudden. Now I have some speculations and some things that I think is to the reason why he fell silent. Now, in between falling silent, Bishop Bernard Jordan and Dr. Dingleberry have supposedly parted ways, and they're trying to pretend like there's no connection to them. And so they sort of distance themselves between each other. And I think one of the reasons why they're doing that is because the heat is on. And when the heat is on, folks will distance themselves and just, sort of gone about their business. You understand what I'm saying? So it's important for us to understand the dynamic of that, because I think all of that comes into play. I don't think that these people just haphazardly stop talking to one another. I think that the reason why these people stopped talking to one another is because the heat of this lawsuit got on and everybody started going their separate ways. You have not heard Manasseh Jordan make another claim. You have not heard anybody else say, oh, that didn't happen to me and all of this kind of stuff. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if this happened to Manasseh Jordan, where is Manasseh Jordan's affidavit to Duane Youngblood? Why hasn't Manasseh Jordan provided a legal document to add or to bolster Duane Youngblood's claim to say, oh, it also happened to me and this happened to me? You understand what I'm saying? So there's something here, ladies and gentlemen, to me, in my opinion, that has gone awry in this situation. And so I think we need to keep the main thing. Here's the main thing that I want to tell you. Number one, that TD Jakes says is making the claim that someone sent him a notice of appearance, sent him a notice that he needed to preserve evidence, and they also sent him an offer of settlement notice. Okay, so this is just not something that somebody said, oh, I was somewhere and I was on a podcast telling my story and I've always told this story. It's not about the story, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the offer of settlement. It is about the notice to appear. It is about the preservation notice that was sent to TD Jakes. Now, let's just be clear. That needs to be established. Now, where was the genesis of this information began? Where did the genesis of this start? Or the beginning of this? It started on the YouTube Uploaders podcast. That's where the two sets of claims began. Okay, that's where it began. For the public hearing where most of us heard this information. We did not get this information from a blog. We did not get this information from any other video. We got this information from the YouTube Uploaders podcast, and that is where all of this information came from, and that's where we have been glued to this story ever since. Okay? All righty, ladies and gentlemen. So that's that. Okay, now according to TD Jakes' lawyers, let me go back to my other screen. When they filed their notice, They simply said that Bishop T.D. Jakes on November the 25th, Attorney Blackburn contacted the church. So he called them in November and contacted the church. So let's be clear about that. Okay. So he went around T.D. Jakes's attorneys and he started calling the church according to T.D. Jakes's attorney and according to this legal document. So it wasn't necessarily about the telling of the story. It was about the request for settlement. Okay, according to TD Jakes and according to this, a $6 million request for settlement was sent to TD Jakes through Attorney Blackburn. Okay, now Attorney Blackburn has not denied that, of course. Attorney Blackburn has not denied, far as I'm concerned, that he sent it, unless you all can share something from me that I didn't see. They have simply asked the judge to just dismiss it. Okay, that's that part. All right, so let me stop that. Let me go on because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I'm just laying the foundation here. And if you guys want to participate in our private lives, what you need to do, the moderators will put a link in the description. Make sure you get the highest tier of the membership. It's kind of like our Patreon, and that will give you access to the videos that we're going to do and the private lives that we're going to do in regards to this, because we're going to go over the claims. And this is the information that I feel the attorneys need to either understand, they need to hear, they need to be paying attention to, because they just started mentioning, they mentioned Manasseh Jordan and all of this stuff in that other filing. And of course, TD Jakes and their response has never done. They've never mentioned them. And so it's going to need to be included in all of that, if my opinion. Okay, so that's just my opinion. All right, let's move on. Let me see here. What's the other part? Okay, now according to TD Jakes, because TD Jakes is speaking through his attorneys, let me be clear, because we can anticipate a little bit of this, because this is the master draft of the complaint from the attorney. According to TD Jakes's attorney, this is the underlining story is in this case depicts a carefully planned effort by a convicted criminal and those acting in concert with him to rewrite history in order to deflect blame and accountability for his own reprehensible criminal conduct, and to publicly smear the renowned and eminently respected religious leader in a blatant, explicit attempt in order to extort him for millions of dollars. So according to TD Jakes, this is an extortion claim. That's one of the reasons why they have filed the case. And let me just tell you, because when I read and hear all of this stuff on the internet and all of the chatter, the one thing that I want everyone to understand, that TD Jakes' next filing need to craft it in a way to underline the planned effort. And I believe personally, this is my opinion, and I believe that my opinion has weight, that a part of that plan did not start with Youngblood. I believe that a part of that plan started with the first set of accusations, because it became a continuous, ongoing situation where accusations were being made, accusations were currently being or constantly and consistently being hurled at TD Jakes, and it's imperative, in my opinion, for them to be able to look at the progression of how that first set of accusations was made. And then all of a sudden, here comes Duane Youngblood as the second set of accusations. And the one person that is in the middle of all of this is Dr. Dingleberry. Dr. Dingleberry is the one common denominator between the first set and also the second set. And when you are confused about that and you don't understand that, or maybe you're not aware of that, you will just think that the second set of accusations were the only set of accusations. No, ladies and gentlemen, there was two sets of accusations, and both of these accusations landed on the platform of the YouTube uploader. Let's continue. This underlining story depicts a carefully planned effort. That's what he's claiming. Okay. And he's saying that this is straight falsity. They're just accusations, and they need to be able to restore Bishop T.D. Jakes's uh, reputation. Understand something. Duane Youngblood is a registered SA offender. We need to understand that in the state of Pennsylvania, he is a 2-time convicted felon. And that is all related to SA. Okay, we need to understand, and the abuse of children. Let's keep that in mind as well. So while everybody is defending, when everybody keeps defending this man, understand the reason why most of us do not defend him. We don't defend him because he's done this. It has been a pattern of behavior according to his own convictions. According to his own convictions, that's one of the reasons why that. Okay, now somebody said, again, who is the question mark in the second set to represent? Very good question. Let me tell you who the question marks in the other thing represents. Okay, number one, it could represent the co-conspirators that T.D. Jakes believes that were attached to this case. Okay. Also, it could also represent those individuals who filed those affidavits in support of Duane Youngblood, because there are some questions and there are some questionable things that have been said throughout the filings of these papers. And so that is one of the reasons why there is a question mark on the second set of individuals, because there could be some co-conspirators added to this, and there could be some people working behind the scenes that we are not aware of, and that information could come forward, and so that's why that's there. Okay, hopefully you're clear about that. Okay, let's move on. Now, y'all remember, let me scroll up. Where is it? It's not on this page. Let me see. Will it show here? Let me switch this. Wait, hold on. If y'all remember, y'all remember when the case was first filed? I just want to go over this because we're just recapping, because we're gonna have a lot of stuff coming at us this week, and I'm sure everybody's gonna be making lives. So we're recapping. If you look at the paper, if you guys remember when this paperwork was first filed, y'all remember it was Duane Youngblood and 10 Does. Okay, it was 10 Does. Okay, now do I believe that? Well, I think, me personally, the only way that you can guess 10 Does, you would have to have some idea of who you believe that those 10 Does were, or who you believe those 10 Does are. Do you understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? There needs to be some understanding of who those folks are. I'm just saying. There we have it. That's that. All right. Do you all understand what I'm saying there? They got to have some idea. Okay. So that's my opinion. So that's my opinion on that. Okay. Shout out to the 254 of you who are watching me. Please hit the like button. I should have at least 150 likes now. I got something else that I want to kind of go over here, and I'm going to hold on and hold off till I get at least to 150 likes. Y'all go ahead. Tasman says, no, they don't. Okay, Tasman. Well, I don't know that. You don't know that. So we don't know that for sure. All of the stuff that we've got here, Tasman, is speculation. Everybody's speculating. We don't know that. I don't think you would put down 10 Does unless you had some Does that you could fill in. You just weren't sure because you weren't able to get expedited to discovery to see if those Does were actually participating in the entire situation. But one thing that is crystal clear, Tasmania, there is one person that is in between both of these situations. Okay, this just didn't haphazardly continue on to get more and more salacious things about T.D. Jakes on that particular platform. Okay, so that just needs to be understood as well. Okay, very clear. I'm very clear about that. Okay, so there was 2 sets of accusations made, not one set. And if you guys remember, there was supposed to be some grooming. They kept using the word grooming. That was the other thing that was used. And so we wanted to be clear about that. Now, if where are we at? 111. I'm waiting till we get to 125. Maybe I should eat another lemon head. Can y'all hear this? I'm getting down. I'm the box. I don't even want to eat another one of them things. I'm getting down on that darn box. I'm finally getting down. Now, some of you here that are members, Mari, okay, somebody say he did confirm it when he did Mari says he confirmed it when he did the live on the random pop-up. Okay. All right. Well, if you requested the money for the $6 million, then why are you asking for the stuff to be dismissed? I'm confused. That's the part of this that's making me confused. Why don't you just want to continue the court case? You know, if you want the $6 million, why would you ask for the case to be dismissed? You know what I'm saying? Okay, somebody says if they had information, they would have presented it in their original filing. Well, the original filing, from what I understood, was to let the judge know and those individuals the claim that was being made and to ask for expedited discovery. That was the original filing. They need to file an amended complaint. The judge was very clear about Jake's team finishing fishing expedition. Well, the judge was also very clear about the other information that Duane Youngblood did not file and did not cover, because all Duane Youngblood has done is tell us story time. It's been butterflies in the sky. We can fly twice as high. Take a look, read a book. It's reading rainbow. That's all we've gotten in his case. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Somebody says, where is the NDA? All Stars guilty of calling use the NDA. If there is not one or other evidence, all there is story. That's why the rush to settle, cause they know it won't stand in court. Well, yeah, I agree. I agree. Somebody said maybe Larry was low key working for Bishop T.D. Jakes. I doubt that. Very highly, I doubt that. No, Dr. Dingleberry was most certainly not doing that. You know why I can tell you I don't believe that? Because if that is the case, if he's been working with him all along, that means he's been working with him since the first set of accusations were made, not just the second set of accusations. He actually would have been working with him with the first set of accusations. That's just my opinion. I mean, yeah, he would have had to be doing a whole lot more than just that. You understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? You would need him to be doing a whole lot more than that. Where are we at? 118. Can I get at least 15 of y'all? I'm at 258. I've got about 260 of y'all watching me right now. Can y'all please hit the like button? Please fall out of there. I'm trying to capsulize this in a short period of time because I got some more work to do here in about an hour. And then we're going to go over, let me just tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go over the first set of claims. We're going to go over all those salacious things that was said in the first set. And then we're going to go over the stuff that, we've already gone over the Duane Youngblood. We'll do a recap at the end, but mainly we're going to go over the first set of accusations that were made. And we're going to cover that and we're going to talk about that because there was some horrible things, in my opinion, that was said, from that other side about certain things. And yeah, we need to talk about that stuff. And one of those things, let me see here. One of those things, some of that stuff kind of sounded like this.
He discussed in this video, he experienced it at the hands of Bishop T.D. Jakes. And he told me it was Bishop T.D. Jakes. This is not the only situation or the only person that has a testimony or story like this. For Manasseh, it was grooming, and the grooming was excessive, manipulative, and he did confront Bishop Jakes about it and how he was handled. I was instrumental in getting Prophet Manasseh and his father, Bishop Ebenard Jordan, back talking. They were estranged at the time. He then began to get mentored by Prophet Hargrove. That mentorship started before him and his father was estranged. Then Hargrove died. Then Benny Hinn began to mentor Prophet Manasseh Jordan. For those of you that ask, he is not talking about Benny Hinn. He is talking about Bishop Jakes, who he went to afterwards. Because then Manasseh started having to fight a whole lot of things in the media, which you Google, you can find. And he sort of fell in the proverbial arms of Bishop T.D. Jakes. And when he did, instantly the grooming began. He wanted him to call him daddy. Now, mind you, Bishop Jakes can pick up the phone and call Bishop Jordan. But he wanted Manasseh to call him daddy. He began to question Manasseh about what was his struggles, what did he like, what was he into? Was he into men or was he into women? If he's into men, then what you like about this? If he into women, what he began to get into, he was attracted to Manasseh.
All right, you can hear him say at the very tail end of that T.D. Jakes was attracted to Manasseh. He said instantly the grooming began. And you can hear that was just one of the statements that were made. There was a ton of other things that were said. And so it is imperative for us, in order to get a larger picture of this, and we need to understand what the statements were made from the first set of accusations. And then those things rolled us over into the second set of accusations. Okay. Now, all of a sudden now, Manasseh Jordan has fallen shy and quiet when he was making these claims for quite some time. And then all of a sudden now he has gone silent. And now we are just dealing with the second set of accusations because of a lawsuit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, inside of my private group, my private community, we are going to go over all of some of the things that were said, and we're going to hear those things said, and we're going to be able to know, first of all, that number one, what was said. We're going to know we're not crazy. So if you have not heard these things, or you don't know, if you're out there and you don't know these things have been said, then that is what we are going to be doing inside of the private group. So make sure you guys get you the membership on the private group, and we're going to go over all of these statements, and we're going to go all the way back to Manasseh Jordan, and we're going to bring ourselves all the way forward, because those things matter. Okay, it's not just about what Duane Youngblood is saying, and I think that is one of the things that most people are missing in the grand scheme of this thing. I think that we need to understand that there's several different dynamics working here. Okay. Now, shout out to all of you that are supporting the channel. I really do appreciate your help. Let me go over here. Let me see where we're at. This thing ain't gonna tell me how many people. We need 5 more of you, if you can, to do $12 to support the channel. I just need 5 more of you, and then we will hit our goal for today. Thank y'all so very much. I appreciate all of your support. Please make sure that you do that. For those of you that support the show by Cash App, please make sure you do that. I need 5 more of you to do $12. Thank you so much. Now, where am I at? Let me go back up. I'm going to read some of you guys' comments here. Somebody said what? I answered that one. Somebody said they don't have no. Somebody said if they did that, okay. Somebody said they lied about the $6 million demand before Thomas Jakes called the law. Okay. Yeah, I know, because I heard people saying they never sent it. I'm just saying. And yes, I mean, honestly, he's the common denominator. I mean, you can't deny that. Both of these claims came from there. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That is what it is. Somebody said this is a scheme set up by Manasseh's father using Larry Reed. Well, I mean, one could make that argument because it seems like he definitely becomes the mouthpiece. And since, it seems that certain people are going after other people, one could make that argument. Yeah. Yeah. K-Lock, thank you so very much for your support. I appreciate it. Shout out to K-Lock for your $12 support. We thank you so much. Thank you so much, K-Lock, for your support. Somebody said something over here. Somebody said it's diabolical. Yeah. It seems to be that way. All right, now you guys know, and about another hour or so, we're going to start our series where we look at all the statements that were made. So you grab your membership, you guys. Make sure that you come and join us, so that way you guys can see that. Now I'm gonna tell you, don't text me in an hour, because I'm gonna be live behind the scenes with all the members, talking to all the members about this stuff. So you all make sure the folks that are in our Patreon, that's our highest level of membership. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for your support. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, anybody who has any questions about what I said thus far, and anybody who is confused, One True Empress, anybody who is confused about. Now, let me ask y'all, do this for me. Put this in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if this slide makes sense to you. Put a 1 in the chat. If this slide, you feel like the slide doesn't make sense, put a 2 in the chat. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if the slide makes sense. If the slide don't make any sense to you, put a 2 in the chat. Because when I was thinking this weekend, the whole thing I kept thinking of, the one common denominator between both of these stories is Dr. Dingleberry. And then I kept thinking about when Jives and Daryl and all of us were going through, yours truly say it don't make no sense. Yours truly, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, huh? The slide don't make sense. Okay. Tell me what you confused about, yours truly, and I'll try to see if I can help you. I'll see if I can help you. Yeah. For the most part, most of y'all are saying, you're saying 1. Okay. Because I was just thinking to myself, what's the one thing that kept us all fighting? Who was the one person in the whole situation that was the common denominator? Was Dr. Dingleberry. Dr. Dingleberry. Let me see something. Okay. All right. That's the one person. Don't be a hater, be a congratulator. I work hard. So yeah, God should definitely bless the work of my hands, because I work very hard. And if you're intelligent enough to have some commentary, you can of course do well and do your commentary on your channel and do your stuff. So don't come over here thinking that I'm not going to do what I need to do, because I'm going to do what I need to do as well. All right. God bless you. Some of these people, I tell you, are something else. Thank you. Shout out to all the moderators that's in the chat. Shout out to, I just seen one of them. Shout out to Lynn. Thank you so very much. As a matter of fact, because I try to listen. I try to be patient and respectful to everybody. I know some of you don't like me. I know some of you are supporters of some of these other content creators, and y'all come over here to look, and I get it, but I try to be respectful to you. The only thing I ask is that you guys do the same. You don't have to like me. All I'm over here doing is putting the information out there. Yeah, everybody else is getting their money, boo. So what am I supposed to do? Am I not supposed to get my money, boo? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all some retards about to make me mad. About to make me mad. And I'm like, what? I'm doing this, number one, because I have a platform to build. Well, hold on. I don't even need to justify this, because I done told my private community. We done had that discussion. You don't know me, and you're not a part of my private community. Yeah, somebody said something slick. They know who the hell they is. They know who the hell they are. And don't come over here with that, because I'm about to lay your ass out. Don't do that. Don't do that, because that just instantly makes me mad. Because I'm nice to everybody who comes over here in this chat. Don't be rude. There's no need. And don't try to throw no shade at me, because I'll mess around and have these darn moderators delete you forever. I don't even want to see your little raggedy name no more, because you know you're using a fake account anyway. You understand? Don't come over here with your little fake account, because if that was the case, you can see my face. I use my real name. I don't come over here with no fake stuff. You don't have no right to be coming over here talking that foolishness, you little immature person. But anyway, let me continue. Yeah, I know. Okay, I had a moment. Let me calm down. I don't understand these people coming over here saying that crap. You're damn right. I'm gonna work hard, because I work hard on this YouTube channel. I sure do. My YouTube check that it go. Yes, I work very hard. K-Lock, I'm sorry. I lost it for a minute. That's why I need to let Lynn and everybody handle the chat. That's why I don't normally look over there, because I don't want to get mad and I want to have to deal with these people, because these people are rude. And they come over here being rude, just rude. Go over there and tell that other content creator what you just told me. Go over there and tell him. And you know who I'm talking about, because y'all over there fooling around with that fool, old meatball head. Go on over there. Go on over there and tell him that. Don't tell me that, because I don't spend my life going off on other people and making my whole content other people. I'm discussing a court case. That's what I'm talking about. Whatever's trending, and this is trending. If you didn't know that. This is trending. All right. Daryl, I'm sorry. I had a moment. Now let me calm down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for your support. If you are watching this and you're watching the replay and you want to be a part, you can most certainly support the channel even after the replay is gone off. You can most certainly do that, because I am going to have to go and talk to my my private community. We're getting ready to do a whole private live in an hour. We're going to start setting the case. We're going to set the record, and we're going to go back to the first set of accusations, and I'm going to bring you all forward. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Let me see. I'm trying to read your comments. Tasha says she making shrimp scampi. Wow, that sounds good. And watching. Good. That sounds so good. You know, Tasha, if I need to get better with my seafood cooking. That's my thing. Yeah. You'll have to go back, Kathy A. Yeah, I know. These people are just so silly and stupid. It makes me mad. I'm like, what are you coming over here with that foolishness for? Shout out to all of you that support the channel. Make sure y'all hit the like button. For those in our private community, y'all get ready. I am calm now. Now I'm calm. I am calm. Because I was about to go ham. Because I'm not rude to people like that. And I don't expect for people to come over on my channel and be rude, because I don't be rude in nobody's chat. I don't go in there being rude to nobody. So don't come over here being rude to me with your rude self. I'm just saying. Abba Love, the moderators will put a link, but it should be in the description of this video. There'll be a video, but just make sure what you should do is just click on the the moderators will help you out with that, because my brain is fried. I'll mess around and tell you the wrong thing. I don't even know. But it is in the description below. Abba Love. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys in 1 hour. For those of you that have your membership, make sure that you guys meet me in an hour. We're going to go ahead and go back to the first set of claims, and then we're going to bring ourselves forward. Shout out to Uncle Fred. Thank you all so very much for joining me on this live, and I'll see the private community and see you guys in about an hour. All right. So I'll see you guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon, and make sure you press all notifications so that way you will never miss any of the exclusive content that comes on my channel. Make sure that you never miss a video. Now, I try to go live every day about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I come back at night at around 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10:30 Eastern Standard, with some more exclusive content. So if you want more Mad Church Disease show content, we'd love for you to become a member, a revolutionary member of our channel. Please make sure that you hit the join button that's right next to the subscribe button or somewhere around here, so that you guys can receive access to special community posts. You guys get all of the access to my community only lives, because we've got some sipping chats that we're going to be doing, and you guys will get exclusive content. So just make sure that you head on over to the channel page, click on the join button, and make sure that you do that. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you on my very next video.